Good evening and welcome again to another IADC update. This evening we are back outside in the field. We are on site and we're here to bring you all the latest developments taking place here at the site of the Argyle International Airport. For our first part of this program, we are located here on the western side of the runway. That's the northern end of the runway and we are just west of it, just in front of the Argyle Primary School. And behind me, they are currently constructing the drain and also the area for fencing for this part of the runway. Now, it is in this area, if you look coming around from the ocean, we are continuing the construction of the access road to Mount Pleasant, Warraco, and all of the other areas of Argyle behind here. Now, this road runs from in front of the Argyle Primary School here right down to Warraco, and at some point when the road on the southern end is constructed, it will also connect to that road, which will take you out across to the Monkoke area in Stubbs. So this is continuing. Back over there we have already done asphalting of the road, and right now what we have here to do is to put the base layer on the road here. So that will soon be done. The base layer would go on, followed by the asphalt that would go on here. We are expecting that this work will be done in quick time because this road will soon have to be open so that we can facilitate the closure of the access that we now use going across the runway in front of the, just behind the IADC offices there. We are anticipating that that will be closed very soon so that we can complete the construction of the runway in that area. Right now we are working, yes, on the area between the 220 channel and the 191 channel, but that little access route that we are using to get to Mount Pleasant, to Warraco and those areas, that will soon have to be closed. So we're looking at this road here being constructed and being open fairly quickly, maybe even possibly by the end of this month, so that we can close out of the road and we can continue with the construction of the runway in that area. We're going to go around there to show you exactly what I'm talking about with that road that we need to close very quickly, and also the other works taking place in that area. So don't go away, stay with us, we're going to take you across there. Thank you for staying with us. We are now perched on the top of the petroglyph hill. Of course, we have no more petroglyphs here, but this is still the hill where the petroglyphs used to be, and we're still working at bringing down the remainder of the rocks that we need to get down. This, of course, is quickly becoming one of my favorite spots to stand because you can look down on the entire runway, and it is so beautiful from up here. Really is a lovely view from up here. And I can assure you that when this airport is finally completed, this is going to be the most picturesque airport anywhere in the entire Caribbean. Yes, it is that beautiful. And so what we're witnessing down below is a continuation of the construction of the runway. And the last time we were here, we showed you that they had already started to apply the base material, and that is being given top priority at the moment. So we see a lot more base material has been laid, and on this side to my left we see a lot of base material stacked there to be spread, of course, on that section of the runway. Now, a minute ago I was telling you about the road on the northern side of the runway, which will give access to Mount Pleasant and Warraco and these other areas behind us, coming from in front of the Argyle Primary School. Now, if you look to my left, that road coming down from the Argyle Gardens that runs right across the runway, going down to the Argyle River mouth and also giving access to Warraco and Mount Pleasant, that is the road. This little piece here that will soon be closed. Maybe by the end of this month, this will be closed so that we can have all of this material spread and have the runway continued and completed in this area. The runway so far, a lot of it we have already put on the second coat of asphalt, and so a lot of the areas in the southern end, in the middle of the second kilometer of the project, and also on a good portion of the taxiways, we have the asphalt being laid and the second coat of asphalt. Over here on the northern end, that entire section is complete and has been completed for quite some time. So really what we're focusing on is this area in the middle here. And this is going to take a little bit more time, but this is top priority and it is being treated that way. So when the time comes when we have to close this access and open the new access road, which is really putting back the old road that was there before, we will let you know exactly when those roads will be closed and what you need to do from there on. So we're continuing the building process. We're going to go across there because we know that some more asphalt has been laid on the Alpha Taxiway, so we'll show you that, and any development in that area we will show you, as well as we're going to take a look back at the passenger terminal building to see what other new developments have taken place there so far. So stay with us. We're going to go across there to see what is happening. Alright, thanks for staying with us. We are now here at the passenger terminal building and we're actually standing on the top, the second floor that is, of the passenger terminal building, overlooking the work that is taking place on the ground behind us. Now first of all, I want to point out that a few weeks ago we showed you the start of construction on that building that would house the taxi operators. Those people will be here as they wait for persons to come. They will be relaxing in that building just over there. So from foundation, just over a couple of weeks, they are now where they are getting ready to put the roof on the top of that building. As well, we can also see that the development of the road network continues to progress here at the Argyle International Airport. And we can see the start of the pavement work, actual asphalt going onto the road, and this area, this is right in front the domestic terminal and the international arrivals that they have started to pave. We saw pavement work done on the parking lot and now we're seeing it on the road that will bring you into the passenger terminal area and also take you out of the passenger terminal area. So that work is ongoing and those people are pretty busy. On the top side of this road where we have the departure area, they have already put what looks like to me like oil on the base material, and that of course will be asphalted very soon. So that work is ongoing. We also have to go around at the commercial apron area to see what is happening with the construction of the Alpha Taxiway in that area. So we have some more to show you, so stay with us. We have moved down to the ground floor of the passenger terminal building, and yes, the busy work continues behind me. Where we are standing, we are backing what is the start of construction of what we have been telling you for a few weeks now, that an outside cafe will be constructed in the courtyard here at the passenger terminal building. This is between international arrivals and the domestic terminal. So that persons who are using the domestic terminal, that is the gateway to the Grenadines, will be able to utilize this outdoor cafe, get finger foods, peanuts, drinks, whatever you should be able to get here. And also persons who are waiting in arrivals for their relatives and friends to arrive, while they're waiting, they can come out here and refresh themselves. So we are seeing the start of construction of the outdoor cafe. Of course, last week we showed you a lot of the other shops that have already been built out here and are available for retail sales, duty-free shop, those kinds of stuff here at the Argyle International Airport. So all around work is taking place in a lot of areas. We continue to do finishing work as we prepare ourselves for the start of operation here at the AIA. We still have to make our way around to the Alpha Taxiway, so don't you move, we are taking you there. Alright, we are now at the Alpha Taxiway where we are standing right in front of it, and the last couple of weeks that we were here, we saw that they were putting on the base material on another very wide section of the Alpha Taxiway. Today we have seen a lot of the asphalt work done on that base material that they were spreading, and if you look carefully, it's just really a little area of it remaining to be done so that we can have the asphalt work on this side here, at least the first base of the asphalt completed on this area. When they are finished with that, they will of course have the second coat of asphalt to put on here to make this thing really complete. So the entire taxiway is almost complete. There is a portion that is still left open up there. I am not sure if they're going to be asphalting that portion or what they're going to be doing with it, but in the next update I'll be able to tell you exactly what is happening with that part of the taxiway that we see just remaining a strip of dirt, to see exactly what is happening there. But other works going on around the site. We're continuing to move the rocks on the petroglyph hill. We haven't had blasting there for the last 2 weeks, but we had blasted so much rocks that we continue to cart it away. And over in the 1st kilometer at Makaniami Hill, we are concentrating the blasting in that area for the time being. We want to be finished with that area and get out of there so we can concentrate all our efforts on the petroglyph hill. So the work continues and we are getting there. Hold on, people, your airport will soon be operational. We're gonna go for our last part of this update. We're gonna go across to the 1st kilometer to see what's going on with the backwater and also the fencing work in that area. So come with us as we go across to the 1st kilometer of the site. All right, we are on our final leg here this evening, and we are in the 1st kilometer, the very beginning, overlooking the Stubbs Bay. Yes, and we are also overlooking that area that we have created, the backwater, where we are going to be putting the runway lights. That's the end of the runway lights. Now, where we are here, we basically came to see what has been done with the fencing. The last time we were here, yes, they had the foundation, the footing placed here, but on some of the poles, but not the actual fence, wire fence itself. Today we are back, and all of the wire fence is in. The barbed wire on the top there, yes, they will have some more to do on the top there, but basically all of the wire fence in this area is in all the way around. And over there on the Makaniami Hill, we have some fencing work done as well. There are a few areas that we do not have any fencing, and the reason for that, especially over there at Makaniami Hill, we are still doing some blasting, and of course the trucks have to be passing there to bring those, to take those things away from this area, the rocks away from this area. So we still have that little piece open, and around the site we still have quite a bit of open areas because we are still using them, but as we free up the areas, we are fencing. So in a lot of areas we have a lot of fencing done, and in other areas we still have work to be done. So, and the Makaniami Hill is also looking really good. That will be finished soon. We see this area being benched already, and it's smoothing up, shaping up to look really nice, and very soon all of this would be completed, and we will then turn our attention, full attention, to what is happening over there with the remainder of the petroglyph hill. So once the drill machine holds and the weather continues to hold, we should be able to get that work done in a timely manner. So this is all we have for you today. Thank you for joining us. We trust that you have enjoyed the program, and we invite you to join us again next time when we'll have another program for you. Good evening.